All right, here we go. We got ourselves a fresh series coming at you. Spawning down in the bottom right. It is Dragon Kites Gaming's Dark. In the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top left for himself because he's currently teamless. It is the Gumi God. GuMiho. He's been playing well. He's been playing well. Yeah, I think the most important thing with the balance changes and everything is being able to have a civil discussion and being honest. Like right now, we know that Protoss is just struggling across the board. It's not even that the race feels particularly weak in terms of its units or its interactions. It's that it feels like very fragile. I think a lot of people would agree right now that Protoss feels pretty fragile. But I'm sure there's many people who would disagree, who would say, no, Protoss is too strong. I lost to a cannon rush on the ladder and I hate them all. Meh. That's me. That's actually me sometimes. I can't even lie. That's me sometimes. GuMiho, he is a master of build diversity, of chaos, of coming in with wonky strats and different stuff. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Dark, he is one of the best players at taking engagements in, I would say, maybe all of StarCraft 2. We are going to be seeing Reaper Marine. GuMiho did not SCV scout, so he wants to be safe against a potential aggressive setup. GuMiho going straight into the main, running right past his opponent's workers. Oh, if there could have been a quick, Spore Crawler morph, he might have been able to trap that, maybe? I don't know if there was enough surface area. Would have needed to be an Evo chamber, and I don't know if he was close enough. That would have been so sick, though, if he could have. Reaper will get deflected. Good job from Dark. Ooh, and he interrupts the healing. That's nice. It's going to mean... Well, it's going to mean this Reaper needs to kind of piss off, so to speak, for a little while. Now, Golden Aura is going to be an interesting map in general. We will be seeing a third CC behind this. And very quick Hellions. Oh, looks like GuMiho canceled his second Marine. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that right away, but he did start the second Marine. Kind of neat, because obviously he wanted to be safe against a 6-ling opener that Dark is more than willing to go for. Even just a 16 or 17 pool with 2 lings can be a little bit of a nuisance. Do see a Roachborn coming in from Dark. Obviously, with the nerf to Banelings, the double nerf realistically, we might not see Zerg players going Baneling so much in this matchup anymore. We might see them just move on. And Dark and GuMiho played a recent series in the Korean StarCraft League, created by Dave, Testa, and Chicken Man. Shout out to them, which is pretty cool. We do see, by the way, this is a Viking into a medevac. This has got to be an armory, right? Or is this just going to be a Hellbat drop? Or, sorry, a Hellion drop. It might be. If it does end up being an armory, I mean, this Roach play from Dark is going to be fantastic against it. GuMiho a little bit supply blocked at 61. That's going to slow down his SCV production rather significantly. Dark just going defensively, I think, with the Roaches. That is a lot of Roaches to build defensively, though. Okay, and he is going to move out. Maybe this is in response to the Viking. He's saying, you know what, you probably won't be going Banshee behind this. Let me put on some pressure. Let me fake you out. Oh, this one Roach is a little bit isolated. That's going to get taken down very quickly. No? Okay, he ignores it. That's unexpected. Oh, we are going to see a dive into the main, but there's a little bit of a block here. Oh, I don't know. This feels like the worst possible situation for GuMiho. What was this? He ran into the biggest trap of his life, and now Roach is on the other side of the map. Are there any units at home? There's one Marauder. One Marauder and a bunker that may very well complete, but not in time. Double Cyclone coming in behind this. Oh, he loses it, though, and... Oh, landed Viking barely gets back into the sky. Cyclones may allow him to stabilize here. Yeah, they will. They will. Rest of the Roaches, I don't think this is enough. I think Dark needs to just back away because there's 2 more Cyclones coming on out. That was terrible for GuMiho, though. These Cyclone will get taken down. There's going to be 2 more on the field. I thought this was going to get cleaned up super easily, and it will eventually get cleaned up, but he had to pull more SCVs, loses a couple more. Was that worth it for Dark to commit those extra Roaches? I'm not sure. Well, now if he loses these 2, definitely not. And he will. Cyclones are going to be able to get on top of them. Lock-ons will be quite good there. Dark adding on +1. Okay, he's going 1-1 Roaches. He started laying speed for a moment, but canceled it. This looks really good for Dark in terms of supply. And it is. GuMiho is going to be going for an 8 racks behind this. Ooh, 8 racks double factory, in fact. Okay. Wait, no, hang on. Is that... No, that's 6 raxes. Oh, wait. Wow. Okay. I, like, looked at the production and I saw 8 structures and just my brain just subtracted the factories automatically. 6 racks. So because he was disrupted by the aggression... He didn't start up his 4th and 5th barracks, so his swell of production is not going to come in for a while. Ooh, oh, barely gets the cancel. Dark does have roach speed now, will be able to get in on top of these Cyclones. And even though they're cheaper than they used to be, they're not that cheap. Dark, okay. He crushed that first attack. He'll take game number 1. Very well done by Dark. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top left for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. It is Dark. In the red. And his opponent. Ooh, he's going to do the 2 racks Reaper play, maybe. It is GuMiho. In the blue. That attack from GuMiho was the absolute worst it could have been. There was so much... okay, it's not going to be 2 racks Reaper. He goes gas first. Interesting. We'll see in a moment what he ends up going for. Maybe really fast. This might be actually really fast Cyclones. It could be. That'll be interesting to see. I'm really curious to see how that shakes out. Yeah, this was really strange from... This was really strange from GuMiho. He had the medevac, which I get you want to be aggressive with, but he, like, did everything he could to get himself in the worst possible position with those early units. It really just felt counterintuitive. Everybody is... so we got a question in the chat. Everybody is talking about the patch, but what about the maps? How do you like them? So, both the patch and the maps... It is way too early to tell. I think the maps, a lot of it's going to be vibes at the beginning. A lot of the maps are very big. They're not as big as necessarily some of the other maps from the previous pool. But I think Rad Husit, and I kind of got this vibe after like the 2nd game I played. I could be wrong, but I feel like Rad Husit is going to be the most frequently vetoed. I don't know that we will actually see Rad Husit in any competitive play. I don't know that we will see it in any... The only thing I think we'll see it in is maybe in a best of 7. Now, ESL has switched up the rules a little bit for how vetoes will work. It's actually really awesome for best of 5s. It's going to be each player gets a veto. So A vetoes, then B vetoes. Then A picks a map, then B picks a map, then A vetoes again, B vetoes again. Oh, Reaper. Oh, my goodness. That was so close to a full surround. GuMiho could not target fire because he was focused on just not losing the Reaper. Oh, man. Dark almost got the wraparound on that, but not quite. Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing... And there it is. There's the Cyclone Rush. Ooh, and Reaper continuation. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if we'll see a second factory. Site Delta. I mean, this is a pretty far away third base. So dealing with these Cyclones may be a big challenge. Link speed will be coming on out. It's going to be Starport behind. Okay, so we're not going to see a very quick second factory with this. But it will be 2 Cyclones into Hellions. And it looks like an Overlord did get picked off by the lifted barracks. All right, Tech Lab coming on in. Is this going to be for Stim, or are we going to see the Cyclone speed upgrade? I think this is just going to be a harassing force. Dark building a lot of links. He wants to crush this. Obviously, the Cyclones, without their speed upgrade, they are slow. They are very slow units. Dark, this is almost all in on the defense. Like, he needs to crush this. It's going to be 28 lings being, no, more than that. Okay, and there is the attempt. Oh, these units are kind of caught in the corner. This will be a big wraparound for Dark, and that is going to be fantastic for him. He gets one Cyclone. Second one will get taken down. The Hellions, though, they're still going to do just fine against these lings. And that was 27 lings for 2 Cyclones. That was not worth it for Dark in the slightest, and he is still building more lings. Dark is kind of all in. Ooh, barracks. Oh, well, gets blocked, but it doesn't really matter. Third command center on the way. Cloaked Banshee coming on in. Spore Crawler will start up here, but it's just the one. Dark is in, like, he's down workers right now. That looked so good for Dark on the positioning, but that was such a terrible trade for him. It was a terrible trade. The Cyclones tanked so much of the damage, and the Hellions just went to work. And at first, there was only two Hellions. Like, that looked so bad. We are going to be seeing 1-1 starting up here for GuMiho. Where are the Banshees? Oh, well, it's actually... Well, they're just at home. Dark is going to be going for Roaches once again. He is droning up now. He's up to 52. Feels like GuMiho... I guess the third command center is delayed a lot. So this isn't as bad for Dark as it feels like it should be. Because I'm so used to 3cc builds where, you know, if the worker counts are even at 35, it's really bad for the Zerg. But in this case, it's actually not so bad for Dark. Obviously, this is still better early trades, etc. Where is... Oh, there's no Spore Crawler in the natural. Does he have an Overseer? No, he does not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pesquetios. Queen's getting targeted here. Oh, he gets one of the high energy ones. Transfuse will save it. There is an Overseer being produced. Just popped, but where is it? I feel like not... I guess he was assuming there were spores. Scan going to come in, going to clear up a little bit of creep. Nice split target fire here from GuMiho. Dark, though, will be able to respread this creep. Dark getting away with one here without a spore in the natural. Dark does get the scout. We'll see that it's bio. 1-1 going to finish up here for GuMiho very quickly. And, well, very shortly, I should say. Ooh, no combat shields, though. It is late. It is really late. And the armory is super late, too. These follow-throughs from GuMiho are not as strong as they should be. Queens will get gunned down. Hang on, is there even close to enough here? Lings are going to try and get in on top of this. Corrosive Vials will take down the tank. And the Roaches are out, but most of the Queens have fallen. There's only one Queen left, and there's still a lot of bio. Even without the combat shields, this is still looking so deadly. Dark is in some huge trouble right now. GuMiho will snipe down the final queen. There are currently 0 queens on the map. And these Banshees, they can kind of feast for a little while. Queen just started at the 3rd. 2 more are about to pop out, but GuMiho is in a really comfy position at this point. Even with him not having combat shields right there, which if he had it, it might have just ended the game. Even with no combat shields and the delayed 2-2. Like, 2-2 could be almost half done at this point, maybe more. We are going to see Infestors coming on in. There is a little counterattack here from Dark. Siege Tank, though, on the 3rd. GuMiho is just out of range. There we go. Now Dark steps into it. And GuMiho will drive this back. That's a lot of stimmed Marines. And these Roaches are not going to have an easy time. Did the Queens... Okay, one of the Banshees did get picked off. Other one does get away. None of... Wow, 7 Queens going down. Damn, this cost efficiency. Fungal Growth. I mean, even though the Infestors are ready with Fungal right away, this is a big nerf to their damage. Ooh. Banshee might get taken down. Yes, it will go down, but Fungal Growth, I mean, it tickles, but there's a lot of medevacs here. Big Fungal Growths coming on in, and the medevacs are really healing through it. Oh my god, Fungal sucks now. Holy crap, it did nothing. Even with the Roaches hitting, it was so little DPS, and GuMiho's just gonna run him over in game number 2. Damn. This does not look... This does not look good for Dark here. GuMiho will take game number 2. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Spawning down in the bottom right for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. It is Dark. In the red. And his opponent. Spawning up at the top left, it is GuMiho. In the blue. This... Man. This, It's so weird to see an army get fungled and just stand there and not care. Now, granted, GuMiho had a lot of medevacs. That is important to note. And even before, medevacs were very good against fungal growth. That felt very impotent. How does the damage breakdown actually work? Because it is tick damage. I wonder how the damage points work. Like each tick. It has to be different. Unless it's doing percent damage. Like percentage of HP. Because it's now 25 damage for a fungal growth. I believe it ticks 4 times. I'm not too sure. We are going to see Dark, by the way, going back to... so this is going to be a 6-ling Roach Rush. GuMiho going for the low ground barracks here on Oceanborn. I'm surprised Dark let Oceanborn through. Not a... I feel like this is one of the worst Zerg maps. But we will see. Ooh, the Marine getting baited to the low ground. Uh-oh. This looks really bad for GuMiho. Okay. Ooh, 2 lings going to split off here. They will kill this 1 Marine. Is he going to go for the reactor? No. SCV's not being pulled. There we go. Now they will get pulled. Good split. 2-2-2. Oh, my goodness. This actually... This might be game ending. Wow, there's roaches coming across the map. If a bunker can't get up... But this looks so bad. Yeah, he targets the reactor. That's such a good choice. GuMiho pulling so many SCVs because he has to. But Dark is just like, okay, that's fine. You're mining with 3 SCVs and a mule right now for mineral income. Dark is going to end the game with these roaches. Oh, man. GuMiho getting absolutely caught with not his pants down. His pants aren't even in his house. He left his pants in another country. They're so far away from being on right now. But there is going to be a Cyclone. Will the Cyclone be able to hold this? It's going to be 4 Roaches and a Ravager. I mean, I want to say it shouldn't be able to. But maybe? I mean, oh, nice lock-on break right there from Dark. Ravager will break the lock-on as well. The thing is, there's no cooldown on the lock-on. Already 1 Roach going down. Cyclone being microed very well, but it is getting low, but still, it's going to kill everything. Oh, my God. Once the Cyclone goes down, but he holds. Well, that looked busted. Straight up. That looked broken. I don't think that should have happened the way that it did. But we are early on in the balance patch. We will see. That felt pretty gross. Dark broke the lock-on super quickly, but there was no cooldown. That, yeah. Well, we'll continue with the game, obviously, but that felt really dumb. The problem there is that the micro of Dark is actually irrelevant. Because GuMiho, like, the Cyclone just continues to... Like there's no counter activity. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. That should have been game over. 100%. There's no question that should have ended the game. Wow. Okay. Given how things had happened, there was no bunker. 2 Marines had gone down. So much lost mining time. I think we can safely say that the Cyclone needs to be changed. I think we can say that with now... I would say that puts it pretty much at 99 to 100% certainty. Damn. Maybe it just needs a small cooldown on the lock-on. I'm not sure. But they've effectively turned the lock-on into an auto attack, and yeah, oof. Good job from GuMiho on the micro. I don't want to take away from him. I just... When things go like that, that should not be holdable. Dark, by the way, he's going triple Evo. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. We are going to see a very fast infestation pit from Dark. Okay, that was meant... Okay, never mind. He's not going triple Evo. It was double Evo. Okay. Cool. Dark does have 68 drones. He's still in a decent position in this game. Hasn't yet started infestors. There we go. 2 of them do fire up now. Overlord will get picked off. Metamorphosis complete. There is no combat shields once again for this push. Stim was delayed, I suppose, with this setup. And Dark will drive this back with just a few roaches. So this is kind of nice, actually, for Dark. He's in a good position for sure. Hive is going to come on in behind this from Dark. Very quick Hive, and he will add on a Baneling nest. Okay, so we're going to see Dark trying out the Banelings. And there we go. We got Burrow coming on in as well. Dark going up to a 3rd Infestor. Scan comes down, will spot the Hive. Dark taking a 4th base on the left. GuMiho will start to clear up a little bit of creep. Can he get... Yeah, he will deny this tumor on the right. Oh, nice usage of the... Oh, that was very nicely done from GuMiho. Hiding most of his bio behind that. That was fantastic. That was a really great little move from Gumi. Hiding the bio behind the reef. Only sending 4 Marines forward initially. Fungal growth will be very good here. But he loses the Infestor, and I mean, he did put a lot of damage into those Marines. They are going to heal up, though. And there was no threat of kill. 9 Overlords for Dark coming in. Both players supply blocked heavily, actually. Brutal supply block for both of them. 141 of 141 and 152 of 152. Dark, I mean, he overbuilds Ovies. GuMiho, oh, there's a little thinger on the map. That little kind of rumbling of the dirt. Bane speed, Ling speed, +2 melee. There's the fungal growth, the jump. It's good for Dark, but will it be good enough? Oh, another huge fungal. Massive damage to the army. But there's no threat of kill without multiple fungals there. Now, the medevac energy is really, really low. This is where the medevac energy upgrade would be actually so good for GuMiho. We do have Vipers coming on in. Dark just hasn't been able to get the greatest... he hasn't been able to follow through on these fights. GuMiho will have 2-2 complete. How many Infestors have gone down? 2. I don't know if any of the Marines were actually killed by the Fungals. I don't think so. No 3-3 yet for GuMiho. He is on double tank production. And he really delayed his 4th CC here. We do have an Ultralisk Cavern coming on in. Dark going for a massive counterattack. Ooh, will Dark finish up? He will have Viper energy, so that's good. He's got Bane speed as well. And he will get close to +1 melee and +2 carapace. We're going to see Lings coming in on this 3rd base. For now, they are out upgraded hard. Until the 1-2 finishes, they are down 3 upgrades. Oh, drones. Corrosive Bowels do find a tank. Ooh, Blinding Clouds could be huge here. Blinding Cloud, Parasitic Bomb. Or, sorry, Fungal Growth, Blinding Cloud could be really big. Dark does not want to go until +2 carapace is done. Banelings are going to go for a counterattack on the 3rd base. Oh, but there's a siege tank here. They do not want to tussle with that. There's that +2 carapace coming online. That will keep these Banelings alive longer against the tank shots. Here comes the big engagement. It's a huge 360 surround. Dark going to drop some good Blinding Clouds, knocking out 4 of the 5 tanks. This will be an amazing engagement for Dark. He kills all of the tanks, and GuMiho, the reinforcements were too late to help the fight. Very well done by Dark. And now he can get up into his Ultras. He did have his 5th base denied. And GuMiho has his own 5th base up and running. Ghost Academy finishing up here for GuMiho as well. That was about the best engagement Dark could ever have taken. Only thing, maybe the Lynx could have come in a little bit quicker on the backside, but that was so good. GuMiho. I mean, the Vipers really went to work there on his army and shut down all the most important pieces, and the reinforcements were not able to join up. Cheaper Ultralisks, 25 minerals cheaper, are going to be hitting the field. So with the 3 Ultralisks, Dark has been... Oh, if he finds these tanks, that would be huge. Oh, GuMiho turns away and actually will siege up here. Scans his opponent's army. Here comes a big drop into the main base. Oh, it's going to get fully unloaded. These are 2-2 Marines. They are going to go very, very hard in the paint. Meanwhile, other side, GuMiho targeting down Banes. But on the other side, we see Parasitic Bomb on the medevacs. A big jump from Dark on GuMiho's army. GuMiho was mostly unsieged with the tanks and will lose. He's going to lose most of those tanks. Dark. Oh, that's a nice pop-up fungal. Queens. I think he meant to burrow the Infestor. But still a great cleanup here from Dark. And where did the medevacs go? I think they must have all gotten taken down either by the Queens or by something else. Dark is now on 5 bases. GuMiho. Oh, he already has a Ghost Academy, but he's building another one. I don't think he realizes he already has that Ghost Academy. This is a strong position. Oh, you do not want to attack up this ramp without the Vipers. Base already goes down, and now Dark is going to go for the fight. Parasitic Bomb does get a couple of medevacs. Actually, he's going to get 3 with that, but he loses a lot of stuff. Fungal Growth will connect on some of these units. Going to be able to lock them down. But GuMiho continuing to push forward. I mean, he's already knocked out the base. Dark should probably just cede this position. That is such a scary high ground spot on Oceanborn. Dark getting close to 2-1-3 for his ground. GuMiho not adding ghosts even now, even with the second Ghost Academy he's built. Ling's going to try and come in for the counterattack. Oh man, GuMiho really finding some good fights here. I mean, his position here on the high ground is so difficult to deal with. I don't even know if Dark can actually take this base. Without creep, it feels impossible. Dark, counterattack of Ling, Bane, Roach. A couple of bio units are going to go down, but it's going to chase this army back, and this is the last good bit of creep on the map. Dark is really getting pinched back. Ultras are going to find a couple of tanks. Blinding Clouds coming on in, but the tank was already jumped on, and the other ones do get picked up and evacuated. GuMiho will find this base once more. +3 melee, +2 missile on the way here. Vipers do have full, well, close enough to full energy. All 3 of them can cast Parasitic Bomb. There are no more Infestors here. GuMiho doing really well in the resources lost. It's pretty close in terms of what we would expect, but the income advantage has been null for the last bit. It's been very much even. Ooh, GuMiho will find a bit more creep on this left side. This is looking really tough for Dark. Blinding Clouds could be big here. There's still no ghosts. Ooh, big counterattack on the top side. This will be very good for Ultras. They are going to be able to deal with this base, I think. There's no units over here. Oh, and no repair coming on in. Units are trying to get over here, but no repair means the base will just fall. As well as a few SCVs. GuMiho will get back over here with some of this bio. Dark probably should just pull away, but he's going to be able to at least deny this base. Now here comes the break attempt. The tanks are kind of on their own. There's not much bio. 4 tanks going to get taken down. Some very good Blinding Clouds. And the Vipers, GuMiho just hasn't made the answer. He finally adds on Ghost now. But that was so late. So late. And Dark finally gets an engagement that he can, well, that he can feel happy about, I think. Feels like most of the engagements have gone GuMiho's way for the last few minutes, but this was a very good engagement for Dark. GuMiho is still, he's still doing well in this game. But Dark, oh, he's going to find a couple more tanks in the middle. Those are some huge pickoffs. And now a massive Ling Ultra counterattack. No cloak for the Ghost. There hasn't been +3 armor for the bio either for most of this. Snipes, well, they're a lot worse against Ultras now. Ultras may, in fact, be viable at this point. Never thought I'd see the day. 15 SCVs going down. This is looking... That little counterattack getting a lot done. Oh, and a couple tanks going to get found as well. Dark. I mean, that 4 Ultra run by was so good. So good on that top side. Reminding me of Rogue of old. Oh, Banelings actually do get some great connections here. GuMiho not really prepared, and these Queens will be able to keep this Ultralisk alive for a very long time. GuMiho getting pulled every which way by the chaos and absolute tenacity of Dark. Oh, and now this Ling counterattack going to come in on the top side. Parasitic Bomb will hit the Medivac. Fungal Growth Gonna come in on the medevacs as well, holding them in place. We'll catch a couple of bio units. Does lose a lot of infestors here. Oh, Dark. Oh, man. Wow, that was a lot of notifications at once as we checked Dark's vision. Dark will find a lot of SCVs on this top side. After he killed that planetary, it was replaced with an orbital. He burrows. Oh, he burrows a Baneling, funnily enough. GuMiho. He is running out of economy, running out of time, running out of options. There's still a comparable army supply, but no +2 armor. No +3 missile for Dark yet, but I think that's a less... Well, no, I think the +3 armor is really important, yeah. I think they're both kind of important, but I think the +3 armor is more so. Oops, Snipe's going to come on in. Drones transferring to this base will get blindsided. This is still very doable for GuMiho. He's got 6 ghosts. He's got a lot of tanks. He's got a couple of liberators. GuMiho will find his base on the left side. There were a few drones there as well, and they get picked off. Dark, though, as he has kind of pushed GuMiho away from this top right, he does recognize that he can start taking these bases on the right side again. And now he's double expanding. This is a really smart move. Oh, that's a lot of tanks on the defense. Even though they're not all sieged up, it will be just fine. Looks like Dark, though, was able to force friendly fire to kill one of his opponent's tanks with some Lings. Where are the Vipers right now? Dark's been so good about keeping these Vipers alive. It's really difficult to do so. Oh, this is a nice little counterattack. We'll find 4 tanks. This time, there's no bio to protect them. So all 4 tanks are going to get taken down. We've got a big jump coming in from Dark. But I don't know. This doesn't feel like the best engagement. Corrosive Bile's missing that 1 tank. That's actually kind of important. Dark, though, is starting to clip in on his opponent's reinforcement. Ooh, GuMiho leaving a couple of units on creep. Will lose 1 ghost. And Dark going to continue forward. Will find a good amount of tanks. And now there's only 3 tanks remaining. The Ultras are going to be so difficult to deal with. Dark has been so good with the counterattacks here. Ooh, these drones are a little bit trapped. If Dark can get these out, that would be huge. He actually burrows the drones, but GuMiho lets him go because he's so far forward on creep, and the Ultras do come home. Transfuse going to be king right now. There is barely anything. Look at this. It's 41 Marines. Only 2 Ghosts, 2 Liberators, 3 tanks, and 5 Marauders to deal with the Ultras. Now, granted, it's only 4 Ultras, but there's a lot of Transfuse available. Dark getting it done here with the Ultras. This is still so close, though. But as he gets these 2 bases up and running on the right side, it is going to become very quickly not close. Now, there's no creep here. But GuMiho is still focused on this bottom left, which is... I mean, I guess he wants to expand to the left side, but Dark is going to be happy to let his opponent get 1 base up while he gets 2. Oh, those parasitic bombs. That's going to be double medevac deaths. Very good cleanup for Dark. And now the supplies are really heavily in favor of Dark. Picked off 20 supply there on the top side with that medevac cleanup. Look at this battle report. Non-stop action for 4 minutes. 4 minutes nearly. 353 on the battle report. Have you ever seen a battle last that long? Dark taking this top base as well. GuMiho has no influence on the top right side of the map, and that is probably going to be what clinches this game for Dark, is the control of this top left side. GuMiho, I mean, he is going to be getting outmined. Well, actually, he's not getting outmined at the moment. That's kind of funny. More so in the last little bit. I guess the mules? I mean, I guess it's only 2 bases for Dark versus 2 bases for GuMiho. Yeah, he just finished mining out this base. Huh. Can Gumi... This is weird that GuMiho's got more stuff. We've got an Infestor, by the way, in the back. So Dark actually needs another base to take an economic lead. That's unexpected. Fungal growth will still 2-shot SCVs, which is to say, like, if you double fungal, you'll still take them down. Dark is still enough ahead in supply that even though he's mining evenly, he's still more than happy to sit back. I do like Dark starting to take down these rocks. Yeah, this is valuable for him for sure. Oh, he stopped. Oh, fungal growth. Look at how prominent that infestor like juts out of the ground. He doesn't want to lose this infestor, that's for sure. And he might not even want his opponent to think about the infestors. Man, look at these infestors where they are. They're just in so many dangerous positions right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 infestors, and we've got Neural Parasite done now. Dropper Lord's coming in. Dark thinking, okay, well, this game has gotten messy. It's not over yet. I've got a ton of lings. I can force you to respond. You're really spread out. I can force you to respond. Maybe then I can jump the army in the middle of the map. Dark is taking this game so seriously. He is taking nothing for granted. It would be easy to look at this and think this game should have been over, but Dark is not. He is not leaving anything to chance. 6 overlords. Is there 48 lings here? Well, 47. Dark is maxed out. This ling drop is going to be so strong. GuMiho has secured this bottom side base. Dark can maybe take this base. Ooh. Dark trying to distract while his ling drop goes in. And maybe hoping that GuMiho is distracted elsewhere. Already one barracks going to fall. There is a tank in a good position here. But Dark going for the jump on the army. Planetary Fortress not yet down. There are some well-placed Liberators. But this base should get denied. GuMiho should probably just cancel and lift. There we go. Loses 9 SCVs. Will clean up the drop in the main base. But Dark gets some good value there. Ooh, snipe coming in on the infestor. Will find it. Fungal growth cleaning up this medevac. 76 lings on the rebuild there from Dark. This is a crazy game. Burrowed lings blocking. Actually, hang on. There's still a few resources here in the main base. That's actually a surprising amount. The fact that GuMiho was able to save that base is really nice. Yeah, there's like, what? Nearly 600, 820, 970. We're going to see, a little bit of Ling, Bane, Ravager, and an Ultra trying to come in. Neural Parasite on the tank, but it does get scanned out and cleaned up. Corrosive Biles will find this Siege tank. Ultralisk did get cleaned up, though. But Lings, Banes, and a single Ultralisk will deny this base again. And Dark can maybe get in on this top left side. GuMiho built a lot of command centers. We are going to see... Ooh, there's Burrowed Banes here. Oh my god, just missed. Ooh. Oh, assimilated. Oh my god, he Neural Parasites the Liberators. Very cute. This will be a base trade. A lot of SCV is going to go down. But how many bases does Dark lose? And how many drones does he lose? Scan will come down, will clear up a lot of creep. These drones are caught. They are very much trapped, but it will take some scans to clear them out. Banes do find this Planetary Fortress. It is going to be a crazy base trade for a little bit of this to clean this, to finish this game up. Ooh, GuMiho does not want to be on creep right now. Dark is going to jump him. Scan sees the army, and it's too late to get out. Parasitic Bomb hits the medevacs. The bio forces are going to get engulfed. And GG, Dark takes it with a fantastic engagement to close out the game. Dark will take this one down 2-1. Very well played from Dark. He says, I don't care about your Imba Cyclone. I'm going to win anyways. And if you enjoyed that series, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the flip side.